welcome to the Winds of Jupiter January 2018 tarot reading. Now we're back into eclipse season. We've got a total lunar eclipse January 31st. And this is going to be closely aligned with Ceres, the asteroid of motherhood and women. This is going to be putting a spotlight on relationships, lovers, family, friends. And we're going to be walking an emotional crescendo that's going to be hitting a peak just about the time of the eclipse. And then it's going to push a reset button. We're going to drop all of our emotional baggage from 6 months and maybe even further back. Now on January 2nd, we have a full moon in Cancer. And Cancer is about home and hearth, family. So we're going to be looking close to home in January, in the overall look of it. Now January 15th, Jupiter sextile Pluto. And this is about a collective citizen, spiritual reformation. There's a renaissance and some changes coming. And I think they'll be completely welcomed. Now with this eclipse being in your sign, Leo, this could affect you more than other signs. But it really depends on where your planets are in your astrology chart. But I can see just from the overall look of this reading, there's going to be a lot of changes coming up in your life. And I've sensed that a lot of Leos have been through some difficult times. Now your overall energy card is Temperance. She's symbolic of Sagittarius, which is your sister fire sign. And she's giving you some gifts of enlightenment, it appears. A new state of being. It's signifying a leg of a spiritual journey that's coming to an end. And I'm saying it is coming to an end because you received the World card in your future. This new enlightened state of being is waking you up. Actually, Temperance is an awakening card. And it's related to the star card that's right underneath it. However, conjoined with the star card is the Three of Swords, and that card's saying that you've learned some tough lessons. But you're going to take the bull by the horn because you have the Emperor down there too, taking control. There is going to be a light in the tunnel. There's a healing coming in, a cleansing. You're going to be cleaning house. Let's just put it that way. Everything in January is putting a spotlight on home, family. And it is time to clean things out. Clean the slate from troubled times. It feels like you're now learning prudence. Being cautious. And not only that, you're being prudent and showing care for the future. And will start nurturing your personal self. You have a lot of generosity, Leo, but a lot of times you give too much and get too little. The Temperance card is always reminding you to balance things, or rebalance things. Now the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Seven of Cups and the Emperor. The Emperor is saying that you're going to do what you need to do to get things done. You're going to have the discipline, organization, and structure to do it. The Emperor is about power and utilizing it for the good. Now the Seven of Cups is having you review what's going on in your life. I don't think some things are copacetic right now. And it's time for you to make some decisions. And the Seven of Cups is a card about difficult decisions. And it's also about splayed energy and confusion. But the Emperor is going to straighten that out because he's not going to let you be confused. He's going to remind you that it's time to take the bull by the horns and make some good decisions. The Emperor can also signify an older man in your life that counsels you and gives advice. And perhaps with the combination of Temperance and the Emperor, there's a deceased older person that you knew in your life that's now coming back to assist you. Whatever it is, you're going to have some good assistance and some gut feelings to make the right decisions and do some good discernment and judgments. You're going to see through the illusion of the Seven of Cups card, because the Seven of Cups card is an illusionary card. But I think there's been some events that happened that put you on track for wanting some change. Because the cards in the center for what is or can be yours is the Three of Swords and the Star card. Now, the Three of Swords is a very unhappy card. It's the heartbreak card. Now, a lot of times this indicates some type of severing of ties. But that's not necessarily true. It just can be some massive disappointment to the point where it's even maybe affecting you physically. And you think about it and your heart even hurts. Now, usually swords does not signify emotions. But you can't overlook the fact that you have three swords piercing an enormous heart on this card. Something happened in your emotional self connected to the outside world that set you back. And that's why you have the Seven of Cups back there and what you know. You know it's time to make some different decisions. But there is some redemption here because you have the Star card with the Three of Swords. And the Star card is about hope and healing. And so is Temperance. The Star card is heralding change. Accepted and welcomed change. And the decisions that you make back there with the Seven of Cups is going to set your feet in the right direction towards the star. The star is beckoning you. It's like an eternal lamp that's glowing by your feet, and it's illuminating your path. The Star card brings cosmic understanding and enlightenment, just as the Temperance card is, where I pointed out that you're now on a spiritual journey that's coming to an end. And I'm saying that because the cards next door for yourself or self-awareness is the High Priestess and Justice. Well, those are two commanding cards. Now we have the lunar eclipse January 31st. And the High Priestess signifies the moon. And with the Justice card there, there's going to be some type of karmic celestial justice. Some accountability. Whoever caused the Three of Swords card to appear is going to get what they deserve. With the Justice card there with the High Priestess, there's going to be some accountability. The Justice is holding up the sword of truth. In this instance, Justice is imposing the laws of the universe. This isn't the court system down here on Earth. And it's saying here that past actions are now connected to the present state of affairs. And there will be punishment or rewards. This is kind of like the laws of physics, where there's a reaction for every action. You know, you sow what you reap. The truth is coming out. When you see the Justice card, you realize that something's been out of balance that needs to be put back into balance. And that's in the balance of you and what decisions you make with the Seven of Cups card back there. It's time to make some adjustments in your life. There's some matters in your life right now that need your attention, need to be brought back into balance. And the truth needs to be seen. The truth is the truth. As Buddha says, there's three things that can't be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And it does work its way to the surface. Now your future cards are saying that you're coming to the end of a cycle. You receive the World card, the Queen of Swords, and the Judgment card. The Judgment card is telling you that things are coming back around. And you have the Justice card too, the two big J's. Now the Justice card was making you accountable on Earth, or other people at any rate. And the Judgment card now is making you celestially accountable. You're going to have to close a chapter in your life to renew your life. This Judgment card is about rebirth, coming back anew, being the phoenix, rising out of the ashes. And the World card too is saying that you're at the end of a cycle. You've learned your hard lessons. You went to the school of hard knocks. And really, it is time to say, see ya, wouldn't want to be you kind of thing. And then you have the Queen of Swords right in the middle of the Judgment and the World card. And she is very equal to the Emperor about making good decisions with reason and logic. She's also holding the sword of truth, just like Justice is. Whatever's going on here, some people are going to get their comeuppance. This might not be right away in January, but it's working towards it. And with, the emotions at a high peak from this eclipse happening the last day in January, things are going to really start moving and shaking and changing. Last year with the planets in bad positions at the end of the year, things were kind of in a stasis, and now, I don't know, the electricity is running through the grid system now. It's really time for you to accept the end of this cycle. Forgive yourself and other people involved in it, and start healing and making good decisions with prudence. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.